morning, sir.
Good morning, how are you?
Fine, sir. What is your name?
Amatis Fasus is my name.
What is your take on electoral amendment bill?
As a Nigerians, of course, I should be concerned about what is happening in my country. We don't want lacuna, we don't want crisis, we don't want confusion, we don't want tenure allegations. And we want peace. There should be election. I don't know the rationale behind it. Of course, the president should know more than myself. I'm not in the system, though I'm a Nigerian. But I think from my finding, it appears as if the government is trying to cut costs. It appears that if the electoral act is signed into law, more delegates will be involved. Like APC, where I belong, as I speak now, there are about 2,000 plus. There should be a national delegate. But if the electoral act is signed, it should be around 10,000. I know what it means. So how do you accommodate 10,000 people in Abuja? How do you feed them? How do you take care of them? All this involves money. So when the president is trying to reduce the cost of primary election, that is why he's doing that. Whatever the case may be, but we need the best. That's all.
According to a source, there are reasons for president not to sign the amendment bill. One of the reasons is the concern of the type of expensive venture which the political parties' delegates will be involved, which is capable of fueling corruption in the country. What can you say about that?
Yes, I never knew you said this. I told you earlier, I said maybe because of cost implications, money in politics, money bags, corruptions and the rest. So if that is the reason, of course, every good law has its own adverse effect. Nigerians are very funny people. Even if you give them the best, they will still find a way to manipulate you. That should not be an excuse for signing the law. If that's the excuse, but let us just look at the national interest. How does it affect you and I? What will be the importance of it? Will it be for us? Will it not be for us? That's what is important. You understand? But culture is also very key. We must also try to make sure that money spent during the primary is reduced to the barest minimum.
According to INEC officials, said if the president later signed the amendment version, it will create a module, that is, it will create crisis. What can you say about it?
Well, I don't know what they mean by crisis. Maybe because of the parties that are involved, people have just done their own convention, and by law, they have to submit the names of their candidates 7 days after the primaries. So I don't know what is the meaning of that. The president just signed now, and they have done their own. Will they go back again and do it? That I don't know. Sure, you understand. But whatever the case may be, we should have a common ground whereby they'll be able to resolve every issue. And I don't know why we are so much in a hurry. Election will not hold until next year, general election, February or so, not to annex timetable. So we still have a time. Let's take our time to study this amendment bill before signing, before primary. The law says 180 days before general election. You understand that primary should be conducted. So why are we talking of primary in May? We can still give room till August so that all these issues, all these problems can be resolved once and for all, and then we know where we are going.
According to PDP, APC leaders are behind delay in order to illegally elongate its tenure beyond May 29, 2023. Is that true? What can you say about that?
I don't know where they are getting that from. PDP, they are a very funny set of people. If you want to criticize, you criticize constructively, not by saying. You understand? They must have their fact for saying that. So saying that is a plan by APC to elongate the tenure, that cannot be correct. If you want to argue, you argue with fact and figure. You understand? The government of nowadays is a government, that believe in rule of law. So Buhari will not do anything to extend his tenure. Why will he do that? For what? By May 29, 2023, Buhari will hand over. So they should go and sit down. This is not the time for them to be crying. This is time for them to go and start their campaign and see how they can win general election. Not come with cook and bull stories. That's nonsense.
All gameplay is already showing itself. What I feel is the president and his party members, especially in Sorok, they have an hidden agenda. But this is not a thing that just started. Buhari has been in this post for more than 5-6 years. So it's not a thing that is just coming suddenly. So I feel they are intentionally trying to cause maybe crisis so that election will not hold, or maybe it's not capable. That's the president, because it's not a new development. It's a thing that they have been aware that they have to do, maybe conduct a new electoral act, and the National Assembly has passed this thing for some months now. So it's not just some few for some few weeks to maybe explanation of what the law, the Nigerian law has stated. So it's not now that they start saying there is a problem, there is need for this, there is need for that. It shows APC has an hidden agenda, and especially the president and his people, they have an hidden agenda. The president, at least, he has control over the executives of his own party. APC is the only party that has placed the highest amount of money on issuing the form to their candidates. So which shows that's part of the thing I just said, that there is an hidden agenda. Because how can you be asking somebody to use 100 million to buy form? So it's, as far as I'm concerned, there is an hidden agenda, because the president is also the leader that will control the APC party, that's their office. So you cannot say it's not aware before they put 100 million. Now that people that he didn't know, he thought maybe many people will not be able to pay. Now that it's paid, it's now realizing that it will cause corruption, it will cause this, it will cause that. It's an hidden agenda. I will say it's hidden agenda of the Fulanis again. I don't trust them. And Nigeria is still backward because of these people. They believe they are born to rule, they are this, they are that, all those nonsense. And these are the most backward areas in Nigeria. They don't allow their people to go to school. The West is enjoying what Awolowo planted in the 60s. And somebody is now coming. The same poverty they've entrenched in their environment, they are now transporting it to the south. It will not work. And that's why some people are saying it's either we go to regional government, or we split, or we continue with state zonal and let every zone be independent on its own.